Alright, and here is the video review for, once again, Siege Megatron. Now, it's different this time because this is not the regular Siege Megatron. This is not the cel-shaded Siege Megatron. This is not any of the other Megatrons, Siege Megatrons. This is the Netflix spoiler pack Siege Megatron. Spoiler pack for Kingdom, which, is it a spoiler? I don't know. Find out. There'll be a review soon. A little early spoiler-free review of the new season Kingdom coming up in a week, 2 weeks. I don't know. It depends on when I upload this. But soon there will be reviews. And we'll talk about Kingdom season, War for Cybertron Season 3. And that's going to be a fun time. But before that, let's talk about this Siege Megatron. You know what? It's kind of just because it's Siege Megatron with even more weird paint apps. And really, the reason to get this pack is for Skelevoir. He's a big purple dinosaur. He's not any different from Paleotrex. Physically, it's the exact same mold, but with this new, really sweet, transparent purple color and some silver and black detailing, which is this is just Megatron again. It's just Megatron again with some more Ghibli dupes on his chest and a scratched up symbol, slightly shinier silver paint. You know, there's a little ombre here on some of the edges, metallic edges, but more schmutz on the cannon. But it's Siege Megatron. He's a tank. He does come with, you do get, on top of just these two, you get this really classy tub of black Play-Doh. And it is very much black Play-Doh. It's got all the hallmarks. It's got the smell. It's got the taste. It's Play-Doh. But, yeah, this time, I think some of the earlier packs, this is the first spoiler pack I've gotten. I think one of these packs came with some Energon cubes. I think the first one with Ultra Magnus or whatever maybe came with some Energon cubes. I can't remember what the second one was. But this one didn't come with Energon cubes. It came with some black Play-Doh in a container that is not resealable. I actually had this for a couple of days now. I put this in a Ziploc bag just so this was still clearly pliable by the time I got to review it. But even the Ziploc bag, air is going to get in and it's just going to dry out. And I'm going to have to find a container to put it in. I don't know why they couldn't have given us even a cheap, at least pretend you want us to actually play with this stuff. Although, this is Play-Doh. But in that Play-Doh was a little baggie that came with 2 little blue blast effects and a D20, so Megatron can play his D&D. Now, I don't know if this is the Oracle, if this is the Enigma of combination. Because, again, it says spoiler pack, and you're getting Megatron and a purple dinosaur bones that looks like it could be being trans-scanned. Or, anyway, purple dinosaur, Megatron. I feel like we've seen that concept before. So, again, could Megatron in Kingdom not be a separate Megatron? Does actual Megatron become the dinosaur we know from Beast Wars? I guess we'll just have to find out, won't we? But anyway, I don't know what the spoiler pack is. This could, like I said, maybe this is the Oracle. I'm not entirely sure what this little doodad is. It can attach. It's got one little port here that seems too small for something. It looks like it's supposed to attach to something specific, but I'm not sure what. And then it's got a regular hole here on the back to fit over like the blast effect ports, so you can have it attached. Like the instructions actually have it attached to his shoulder. One thing, it's like, why does he just have a D20 floating on his shoulder? But there. And then these 2 little blast effects, which again can attach to any of the ports. They look a little like all the ports here in tank mode are vertical, so it just kind of looks like maybe Air Razor flew over and dropped some bombs on them. I don't know. Yes, and they don't really have anything protruding, so you can't really attach them to the end of the cannon to at least make it look like maybe the cannon's firing. I don't know. But you get those and the D20. You also get this Bandolier Matrix. It's just a matrix with some chains on it. And it's supposed to be able to attach to, and it doesn't, like, it obviously wasn't going to go this way, but either of the horizontal alignments, you can see, end up being the same configuration of belts. But, like, again, it's supposed to hook on, and it says to hook it on between here and here, which I can do. But then it says to fold it down and hook it under here somewhere, and I just haven't found any place. I mean, you can, I guess just tuck it in there like that, but if I tuck it that side all the way in, I don't have the room to get that hooked on. So I guess maybe like that. But see, as soon as I push that out, it doesn't want to stick down here. I guess maybe it doesn't hook on. Maybe it just kind of holds like that. That's actually the most successfully I've gotten that to attach to his tank mode at all. Usually I get these two hooked in and these two pieces won't stay put enough and they just keep flipping up. So maybe that's it. Maybe I see, like, it doesn't take much to just jar that out of place. I don't know if I'm missing something under here that allows these to attach. I haven't gone looking in other video reviews, so maybe somebody found the answer and I'm just should have looked. But you can kind of get it on his tank. He's just got the Matrix strapped to his tank mode. Now, we've seen both of these transform already, so I'm just going to, for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and do a little quick cut, get these into robot mode, and we'll get on to some comparisons and armor stuff. And here they are together in robot mode. Now, Skelevoir looks fantastic. The silver detailing on the purple really looks great. Makes things pop, especially like some of this knight helmet detailing up here under the skull, which kind of blended in. It's there on Paleo Trex, but not quite, didn't pop quite the same. Also, like, he's got a cool look. Like, even there, his skull face just looks cool when you fold it down. Also, something I found is with the silver paint in there, if you lift his visor up just a little bit, it looks like he's got silly eyes. It looks like he's got silly big slotted eyes, like an anime robot or something. So you can do that too. It's cool. And again, he can still pop apart and form all the same weapons, which again, his purple weapons will be cool. And they show you some instructions. I'm not gonna. We know what these two can do, but it shows him with the sword and like has his dinosaur feet like on the bottom, like springy, like moon shoes in the configuration. And here's Megatron. Like I said, the instructions, these you can put on any of the blast effects. That's just where I've got them. The instructions have this thing sitting on his bicep. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if anything about that comes out, won't we? But the Matrix, one, goes on much more securely here in robot mode. It kind of tucks in behind, not on these hinges, but it can clip in back there, and then underneath it kind of clips in behind the chest plate. And it's much more secure, stable, and easy to attach in robot mode than it is in tank mode. And honestly, it makes sense. That looks more like, oh, I'm Megatron and I'm carrying the Matrix on my chest with the bandoliers. Logically, just works better than, hey, I'm a tank and I've just got it strapped to my turret. Put it in your pocket. You're a tank. Put it in, like, I don't know, tanks have compartments. Don't you got like a storage shed? Not a storage shed, but you like pop open a panel and hatch and put it in the trunk, dude. Anyway. So yeah, there they all are, all up with all the accessories. Go ahead and, for comparisons, pop them off. He's got the same silly sword that forms part of his turret. One of the things that I wish, the more I play with his mold, the more I wish they would have fixed is this, his cannon. I mean, I understand if you need to make it hollow for molding purposes here, put it on this side. So when it's on his arm, that's not visible from the front, because the way it you don't see any of that, the way it rotates into the turret. So just put it on the back. They fixed it on the Earthrise Megatron, which we'll see in just a second because we're going to do some comparisons. But, and then this just, like I said, it just unhooks from up here, and then just kind of goes behind that chest plate on the bottom. And you can see all of what I was talking about. He's got more siege schmutz down here on his crotch. Just some kind of detail paint on here. But then he's got like a couple, like, appear to be bullet wounds and slash marks here on his chest. And he's overall a little more silvery than previous ones. Now, just to get him out of the way, let's do Megatron first. I have Earthrise Megatron because he's the one that was easy enough for me to dig out. I found him first, I guess. But while he doesn't have quite as much stuff up here on his chest, he's still got the siege much and is colored mostly very similarly to the Siege Megatron as well. So you can kind of see Most of the parts, a lot of the parts are the same, like the arms, but you can see that difference in deco between like the gray and black versus this really shiny silvery paint here on the spoiler version. He also has like a stupid sword thing, but like I forgot to dig it out, and it's fine because it's even dumber than this one. So whatever. And then Skelevoir, again, comparison with Paleotrex. Let's just show them off next to each other. And again, Paleotrex is really cool. I like the fossil look to it, but Skelevoir as a deco just really pops. I love that purple. I'm thinking, I hope we get a cool recolor of, you know, something like this with Wingfinger, because even though they're different factions, I think between Skelevoir, Tricranius, and some wacky redeco of Wingfinger, we can get a really cool mishmashy color scheme going for a fossilizer combiner. So we'll see how that goes. Also, there's one I think called Dig Site or something like that that uses, I don't know if like, I can easily see how you might be able to incorporate Wingfinger as a backpack, but it uses Paleotrex and Dracodon, and I don't know why, I can't think of the other one's name. The Styracosaur. Not Tricranius, the one that Tricranius is repainted from. Why can't I remember that name? It's late, it's driving me crazy. But anyway, uses the three of them, uses Vertebrake as like a, from the knee down on the left leg, and it's a pretty cool combiner. And like I said, I think you can put Wingfinger on the back. So again, if we with Dracodon with the bright green and the purple and Tricranius, you're going to get a cool looking, very vibrant on your shelf combined mode that way. Anyway, like I said, spoiler packs, if they go on clearance, I think it's worth picking up for Skelevoir. I adore the purple and silver. I think it's great. The Play-Doh is Play-Doh. I don't know that I need it, although there's more of it, and it's a little bit more fun to squish around than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more of a, not sure what I was expecting, but it's a lot more Play-Doh-y than I was expecting. And again, I just wish they gave us some way to seal this package, because within a week, this is going to just get tossed out because it's going to all dry out. And again, some neat little accessories. I am curious. There's no actual numbers on this, so you can't actually use this as a tiny D20. But it is, in fact, a little icosahedron. Icosahedron, I'm not sure exactly how you say it, but a little D20 for Megatron to have. Or I guess any of your Transformers. Maybe they're all sitting around playing D&D. Who knows? Another Siege Megatron. I don't know that we really needed. The Matrix Bandolier, it's, again, neat in robot mode, silly in tank mode. It's just another little accessory. Like, the Matrix isn't separatable from it. It's just one solid this. So you might be able to find some other uses for that. But, I mean, you find it on clearance. Skelevoir, if you find it, is it a $50 pack? I'm not sure what they're charging for this. But if you find it for, like, if you ever find it on clearance for like $20, basically the price of a deluxe, it's worth it for him. I really, really like Skelevoir. I'm disappointed that you had to buy all of this to get him. But like I said, it's nice that he's shiny. And it fixes, my first Siege Megatron had like the loose neck piece, and it seems to fix some of those issues. This piece should be down. I had that down. I don't know why. But anyway. Yeah, it's a shame that Skelevoir is locked in the 2-pack. But depending on the price, it's worth picking up for Skelevoir. And Siege Megatron, if you really just need one, it's another way to get him if you missed out or you're just getting into it. I guess that's a nice thing, but I don't know that he was necessary. Again, spoiler pack, so we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, there is the Kingdom, the Netflix War for Cybertron Kingdom spoiler pack with Megatron and Skelevoir. It's cool.